Traveling in Iceland is not just a trip to a country with an unusual nature and climate. This is a real immersion into amazing phenomena that seem fantastic, but are real and occur in this northern land. In this documentary dedicated to the most amazing aspects of Iceland, we will tell you about 15 unique facts and phenomena that are hard to believe until you see them with your own eyes. Starting from the fifth point, we will talk about the Earth, where the sun has not set for more than 6 months. Imagine this. During the summer months, especially from May to August, the city of Reykjavik turns into a place where even at 11 o'clock in the evening, people continue to actively relax. They ride bicycles, read books in parks, or enjoy coffee in outdoor cafes, while the sunset never seems to end. This phenomenon is known as polar summer, and in northern cities such as Akureyri, daylight lasts for 24 hours without interruption, enveloping everything in a soft, golden light. This unique natural phenomenon is called the midnight sun, or white night, and it is thanks to it that time seems to stop. However, when the end of August arrives, there comes a sharp, almost sudden turn. The polar night comes. During this period, the sun appears on the horizon only between 11 in the morning and the third day. And in the northern regions, daylight can completely disappear for several weeks, and although it seems like a harsh test, Icelanders are not discouraged. They have found ways to enjoy life even in the darkest winter months. They ski under artificial lighting, relax in hot springs and geothermal fonts, and to cheer up, listen to jazz, drink coffee, and light candles. Surprisingly, their energy and vigor do not fade despite the dark days. Icelanders use special lamps to combat the winter blues, keep fit, and appreciate every moment of life that nature gives them. An important feature is that for them, light is not only the sun's rays, but the inner fire burning in the soul of every northerner. They know how to find joy and warmth inside themselves, regardless of whether it's light or dark outside the window. All this resilience and inner light make them special because, in fact, light for Icelanders is not only a natural phenomenon, but above all the energy that comes from within, giving strength and inspiration. If you think that 6 months of sun and a long time of darkness are the norm, then write the number 4 in the comments. This will help to understand how such extreme conditions are perceived by people and how they affect the lives of local residents. We turn to the 14th point, the amazing feature of Iceland as a country where women are especially appreciated. You may have heard about the cold, but at the same time, magnetic beauty of northern girls whose skin resembles fresh snow and whose hair is the shade of the polar sun. Their eyes, transparent and deep like glacial lakes, fascinate and attract attention. But the most important thing is the inner strength that distinguishes Icelandic women. For more than a decade, Iceland has been ranked first in the world in terms of gender equality, and this is not an accident at all. Here, women don't wait to be given rights or opportunities. They already have them and actively use them. They run companies, create art, teach in schools, fish, and work in a variety of fields. And upon returning home, they enjoy relaxing in hot springs, relaxing after a long day. In love, Icelanders are straightforward and brave. Don't be surprised if the first phrase you hear from them is, "I like you," or if she writes to you first. There are no scenarios and stereotypes here, and paying the bills in half is the norm, because love and life should be equal. Population. In Iceland, alcohol is not sold in the usual stores that can be found in any country, neither in supermarkets nor in convenience stores. Regardless of whether we are talking about the capital of Reykjavik or a secluded village on the outskirts of the island, the purchase of alcohol is possible only through a state-owned chain of stores called Winbodan. This system is one of the most unique in the world because it was created specifically for the purpose of strict control over alcohol consumption in order to reduce possible negative consequences for public health. Wimbledon stores operate on a strictly limited schedule. They close early on Saturday evenings and do not open at all on Sundays. Many tourists arriving on the island often do not have time to buy their favorite drinks because they simply did not know about such rules, which sometimes causes them some confusion and inconvenience. However, behind this strict system lies not only concern for the health and well-being of people, but also a deeper aspect, a reflection of the cultural values of the country. The sale of alcohol under state control is part of a national mentality that promotes moderation and responsibility in the consumption of alcoholic beverages. It's not just a rule, it's part of a broader idea of freedom that exists within clear boundaries and rules. As a result of this approach, Iceland consistently ranks among the European countries with one of the lowest alcohol consumption levels. Many people wonder, doesn't this model seem ideal? Some may consider it too strict and restrictive, in which case you can leave a comment with the number 5, expressing your opinion. And those who believe that such measures are too much can put the number 6, a sign of disagreement or recognition of the strictness of the system. Let's move on to the next unique place, the beach, which seems to have descended from the pages of a fabulous myth. It is called Reynisfjara and is located about 107 kilometers south of Reykjavik, in an area where water expanses with harsh, natural beauty meet. This beach is different from many others with its unusual appearance and atmosphere. There are no palm trees that are associated with the tropics, and the sun is rarely bright and warm because it is hidden behind clouds or absent altogether. But it is precisely because of this harsh and at the same time mesmerizing beauty that Reynisfjara is considered one of the most impressive black sand beaches on the entire planet. Its sand is deep and saturated black, formed from ancient lava that cooled over millions of years and turned into small grains covering the shore. Tall basalt columns rise along the cliffs like fortifications built by the mighty Scandinavian gods in ancient times. Huge waves, sometimes reaching more than 12 meters in height, violently crash against the shore, creating the feeling that nature itself is trying to erase the boundary between earth and sky, between man and the elements. Many people believe that only tropical beaches can be so fascinating and alluring. However, the training refutes this opinion, demonstrating that even in harsh conditions, no less amazing and dramatic beauty can be hidden. This island landscape has appeared in popular movies such as Game of Thrones and Star Wars more than once due to its alien atmosphere and fantastic scenes. But besides the stunning views, Iceland also offers tourists deeper experiences in the opportunity to feel personal freedom and space, values that are sacredly revered here. On Reynisfjara Beach, everyone can sit quietly in the icy wind, meditate, or just enjoy solitude without fear of being disturbed, as respect for others is an important part of the local culture. And finally, one of the most unusual aspects of Icelandic life is the bathing ritual, which occupies a special place in the country's everyday culture. In Iceland, bathing is not just a hygienic procedure or a way to refresh yourself. It is a sacred and uniting ritual that turns into a daily, spiritual, and traveling in Iceland often begins with hiking through the steaming hills, which, as if alive, exude steam and warmth, creating the feeling that the earth itself breathes. These magical routes lead to a secluded valley where a hot spring is hidden, quietly flowing among the wilderness. You will not find modern spa complexes or luxurious services here. Only pure nature, full of freedom, and moments when you can fully open up and become yourself without masks and conventions. Bathing in Icelandic hot springs is not just a tradition, it is a symbol of health, unity with nature, and a feeling of inner harmony that cannot be expressed in words. This is a special ritual that reminds everyone of man's connection with the earth, of the need to protect and appreciate the environment. Separately, it is worth noting that Iceland has a unique culture associated with the consumption of ice cream, a product that is perceived here much more deeply than just a cooling sweetness. In this country, ice cream is not eaten for the sake of the weather or seasonal moods, but as a philosophy of life, an expression of joy and fortitude. Even on the coldest January day, when the temperature drops to -9 degrees Celsius, residents of the country line up at small ice cream stands. Their hands are hidden in their pockets, and their heads are covered with warm wool hats. However, despite the cold, they enjoy every piece of chocolate-covered vanilla ice cream with a smile, laughing and sharing this moment of happiness. For Icelanders, ice cream is not just a dessert, it is a state of mind, a lifestyle, a way to express joy and live a full life, no matter what. This culture is especially evident in the capital, Reykjavik, where residents have their own special tradition. They don't just walk around with ice cream in their hand, but prefer to get in the car, buy a cone, and eat it right in the cabin, enjoying the snowy landscape outside the window. This romance, filled with comfort and warmth inside the car, is especially relevant for first dates when excitement and anticipation are in the air. In such moments, ice cream becomes not just a treat, but the beginning of a new love story, a special feeling that remains with everyone who one day tastes it in this country. If you find yourself in Reykjavik, it's definitely worth checking out a store called Aldis, located in the Grundy area. There you will find dozens of unusual flavors that amaze the imagination. For example, ice cream with black licorice and marmalade, or with juicy mango and hot chili. Combinations that cause sincere surprise and admiration. If you prefer classics, then do not miss the opportunity to order vanilla ice cream in hot chocolate with a sprinkle of sweets. This dessert will not only remind you of a real Icelandic childhood, but will also become a vivid memory of a trip. In this land where ice and fire are intertwined in eternal harmony, ice cream is not just a sweet treat, but a cultural ritual, a way to start new stories and leave a bright mark in the heart of every traveler. It becomes a part of the local tradition, a part of life, a part of memory that will forever remain in the soul. Let's move on to the next amazing place, the village, which is the only one in Iceland where running training takes place every year under the guidance of the famous Vicky Myrdal. This picturesque coastal village is located in the south of the country and is famous for its breathtaking landscapes that leave no one indifferent. The legendary black sand beach stretches around, creating a contrast with white waves and bright rocks. In the center of attention is a dormant volcano, towering right behind the houses, like a watchman guarding the peace of the village. This volcano is Katla, one of the most active in Iceland, hidden under the giant Myrdalsjökull glacier, which the plunge between two mighty tectonic plates, the Eurasian and North American, is a unique natural phenomenon that impresses the imagination with its scale and significance. These huge masses of the Earth's crust, moving slowly relative to each other, create a special rift on the surface of the planet, which is the boundary of two worlds. In the very heart of this rift is a place that is deservedly considered one of the most exciting and amazing for lovers of the underwater world. This place is the famous Silfra, which is famous for its strikingly clear water, purity accessible to the human eye at depths up to 100 meters. The water in this area is so clear that it seems as if you are looking through glass, and this makes it one of the best and most popular diving spots in the whole world. What is especially amazing is that you can drink water from this natural surface. The water filling the bellows is the result of a long and complex natural process. The water in this area is the melting of glaciers which flows from the mountain peaks of Laugioktoll, one of the largest and most beautiful volcanic craters in Iceland. Passing through the layers of volcanic rocks, this water is filtered and purified over time, acquiring exceptional purity and softness. This process takes decades, and it is thanks to it that the water in the bellows is considered natural, smart water, clean, safe, and incredibly tasty. The water temperature remains consistently low all year round, ranging from 36 to 39 degrees Fahrenheit, which roughly corresponds to 2 to 4 degrees Celsius. However, despite such cold temperatures, tourists and researchers do not experience discomfort, as they are dressed in modern wetsuits or dry suits, specially designed to ensure maximum comfort and safety during diving. Every moment spent in this underwater fairy tale will always remain in your memory. After all, diving into the Silfra is not just an exploration of Iceland's natural features, it is literally a leap into the rift between two worlds. At this place, as if on the border of two continents, you can feel a unique atmosphere because nowhere on Earth can you get so close to the junction of two huge continents, which diverge by about 2 centimeters in a year. This fact highlights the uniqueness and peculiarity of Iceland's nature, which has no analogues in the world. Many natural wonders, such as faults and volcanoes, create a unique landscape that defies conventional comparisons. This is truly one of the most fascinating corners of the planet. Let's move on to the next amazing natural phenomenon, horses, which are considered one of the most unusual and recognizable symbols of Iceland. They can probably be called the strangest gait in the world. At first glance, these animals may seem like foals or toddlers, since their height does not exceed 4.5 to 5 feet, which roughly corresponds to 130 to 150 centimeters. This is significantly lower than the average height of most other horse breeds, which is why they look more petite and youthful. But in reality, you are looking at adult, strong and hardy creatures adapted to the harsh, climatic conditions of the icy expanses of Iceland. Their uniqueness lies in the presence of as many as 5 maneuvers, special types of movements that allow them to move easily and smoothly on heavy, rocky and snowy ground. Most horse breeds usually have 3 or 4 allures, while Icelandic horses have as many as 5, which makes them exceptionally flexible and maneuverable. The most famous of the allures, the tilt, is an unusually smooth and gentle stride in which a rider can sit quietly without spilling a drop of beer in a mug. It is thanks to this unique movement that Icelandic horses have gained their reputation. They are used in various competitions and shows where grace and special movement techniques are appreciated. The nightlife in this place is considered one of the best and most vibrant in the whole of Northern Europe. In the evenings, the streets of Laugavega and Austerstræti are filled with light and animation, turning into real entertainment centers where the lights of numerous bars, clubs and pubs shine. Here, everyone can find entertainment to their liking, from the unusual Libava bar, which impresses with its American cinematic style and the atmosphere of old Hollywood films, to the bold and daring Kikiki Queer Bar, in which freedom of expression and openness reign. A diverse audience gathers in these places, people of different ages and interests, and among them you can often meet stylish Icelandic girls who, laughing and enjoying cocktails, easily start a conversation with complete strangers, creating an atmosphere of friendliness and openness. Evening walks along these streets turn into an exciting journey through the world of nightlife, where everyone will find something to their liking and mood. Let's turn to the features of the unique Icelandic naming system, which is embodied in number 6. Iceland has an amazing tradition that distinguishes it from most Western countries. It does not use the surnames that are familiar to most peoples. Instead, a special system of assignment is used as family designations. The word dream is added to the name of one of the parents if it is a son, or dóttir if it is a daughter. For example, if your name is John and his father is Eirik, then your full name will be Jon Eriksson. And if you are Anna, Eirik's daughter, then your full name will be Anna Eriksdottir. This approach leads to the fact that siblings may have different surnames, which seems unusual for most people accustomed to traditional surnames. This system is so ingrained in the culture that in the country's telephone directories, instead of standard surnames, they are organized by first name, and next to each name the profession of the person is indicated. This way, if you need to find someone, you can immediately see their line of work, whether it's a doctor, a teacher, or a mechanic. This is a kind of real social network on paper, which in some ways is ahead of many modern digital counterparts. And if you want to name your child by any unusual or rare name, it must be approved by a special national naming committee before it becomes official. This name must match the grammar of the Icelandic language and be easy to pronounce, otherwise it will be rejected by the government. As a result, the Icelanders' naming system is a harmonious combination of traditions, language, and social structure that has been preserved for centuries. The most amazing thing about this country is the world's largest genetic bank, located right here in Iceland. This unique institution stores DNA samples from tens of thousands of citizens of the country, which allows for the most advanced and large-scale research in the field of genetics. This level of technological and scientific development makes Iceland one of the most advanced countries in the world in the field of genetic heritage and medical research. This genetic bank is not just a repository of biological data, but an important resource that allows scientists and physicians to better understand hereditary diseases, develop new treatments, and even predict possible genetic predispositions. This approach to science demonstrates the high level of government concern for the health of its citizens and the desire to develop innovative technologies. Let's move on to the amazing natural resources of this amazing island. Iceland is a country famous for its unique natural wonders that amaze and inspire sincere admiration from every traveler. If you think that elves are just an invention from fairy tales and myths, then Iceland is ready to dispel these doubts. In small villages such as Borgor, Furdur, and Eystrey, in the northeast of the country, the locals not only believe in the existence of elves, but also live near them, considering them a part of everyday life. On this day in Iceland, the streets are filled with noisy, joyful people who are walking and having fun, holding cool beer in their hands, as if it were a national holiday celebrated by the whole country. And bars, cafes, and restaurants are open around the clock, which turns this day into one of the most vivid and memorable beer ceremonies on the whole globe. This is how a special holiday begins, known as Sumardagurinn Fyrsti, which means the first day of summer. Icelanders celebrate it on the last Thursday of April, and for them this event is not just a calendar day, but a whole tradition filled with special meaning and an atmosphere of joy. Even if the temperature drops below 4 degrees Celsius outside, the locals are not discouraged. They willingly eat ice cream, wear shorts and t-shirts, organize parades, and hold outdoor meetings, meeting the summer with defiant optimism and easy defiance of unpredictable weather. This is a manifestation of Siberian resilience and love of life, which overcomes any natural whims. In the United States, most people would prefer to wait for warm days to put on light clothes, but Icelanders go their own way. For them, the arrival comes earlier, and they rejoice at the arrival of the sun's warmth, no matter what. Do you want to feel the spirit of the Arctic rodeo? Then go to Reitir, an ancient and famous sheep pen that takes place in these harsh mountains in autumn. There, locals, tourists, and even children chase sheep together, laugh, pull the horns of animals, and have fun surrounded by wildlife and picturesque landscapes. This holiday is not only a sporting event, but also a unique cultural event that unites all those who are close and dear to the Icelandic nature. And in the winter month of February, you should definitely visit the Northern Lights Festival, which takes place in Akureyri. This is one of the most significant winter events in Iceland, attracting thousands of tourists from all over the world. Here, you can not only admire the mysterious purple-green flashes in the night sky, hunting for the northern lights, but also listen to live music, dance, and enjoy the festive atmosphere, even if the temperature drops below 1 degree Celsius. All this winter extravaganza creates a feeling of warmth and comfort, surpassing any European winter holiday in its atmosphere. The second important question is how to live in Iceland and still save money. Living in this country is not only an opportunity to immerse yourself in the incredible nature full of geysers, waterfalls and glaciers, but also one of the safest countries in Europe, where the crime rate is very low. However, it is worth considering that prices here are 20 to 5% higher than in the United States. For example, renting a studio apartment in the center of the capital, Reykjavik, will cost about $1,500 to $1,800 per month. To this amount should be added the cost of utilities such as electricity, heating, internet, as well as geothermal heating services, which together amounts to about $200 to $500 extra. A dinner at a middle-class restaurant costs about $25 to $30, and a city bus ticket costs just under $4. A gym membership can cost anywhere from $50 to $70 per month. The total monthly cost of a comfortable life for one person is about $2,500 to $3,200. But there are ways to reduce these costs and make life in Iceland more affordable. For example, you can choose housing not in the very center of the capital, but in suburbs such as Kópavogur or Hafnarfjordur, located just 15 to 20 minutes away from Reykjavik. Rent there can be 30% cheaper, which will significantly reduce monthly expenses. One of the most distinctive and ancient dishes that have survived to this day is dark rye bread, which is prepared using a unique natural energy, geothermal heat. This traditional Icelandic delicacy has a special aroma and taste because the cooking process involves a special technology. The dough is placed in a metal mold, which is then buried in a specially prepared hole at the bottom of a hot spring, after which it is left overnight. As a result of this processing, the bread acquires a unique smell, rich and spicy, and its texture becomes especially soft and fragrant. Usually, this bread is served to the table with various additions: butter, smoked fish, or eggs boiled directly in the same hot springs. Cooking eggs in natural hot springs is not just a culinary action, but a whole ritual that allows you to experience a unique human connection with nature. In the Mývatn area, locals use a water temperature of about 104 degrees Celsius by throwing eggs into it, and in a few minutes, they get perfectly boiled, soft-boiled eggs which have a delicate texture and rich taste that is incomparable to anything else. Another popular and favorite product among Icelanders is skyr, a soft, low-fat cheese that looks like yogurt, but in essence, it is a special fermented milk product with a high protein content. This product has existed in Iceland for over 1,000 years and occupies an important place in the local cuisine, being a familiar dish for many generations. Surprisingly, skyr is one of the few traditional Icelandic products that tourists from the United States and other countries enjoy when traveling in Northern Europe, appreciating it for its unique taste and beneficial properties. For lovers of extreme and unusual experiences, a festival called Thorblood is held in Iceland in winter, during which locals and visitors to the country taste the most unusual and daring traditional dishes. This celebration in honor of the Vikings and their spirit of survival is not only full of vibrant cultural events, but also allows you to truly plunge into the atmosphere of ancient traditions and test your strength while enjoying extreme culinary experiments. This brings our journey through the amazing land of Iceland to an end. During our story, we have introduced you to 15 unique and amazing facts that reveal the richness and originality of this country, its rich history and unique nature. I hope it was interesting and informative for you to hear about unusual traditions and dishes, as well as how nature and culture are intertwined in the lives of Icelanders. If you liked this video, don't forget to show your support by clicking the like button and subscribing to the channel so that you don't miss the exciting new stories and facts that we will prepare for you in the future. Your help and interest inspire us to create more and more exciting and meaningful content that expands the horizons of our viewers.